And in 8 is Trinaya Bino Simpson of Roland Edwards. That's the field. First section. I think that's a false start.
Yes,
They'll
that
have
is
to
a false
stop them.
Yes.
Good. How did you recognize that that was a start?
Because
False start.
I saw the lane one
Mm-hmm.
started, and then everybody else started after. So, and then her laces are undone as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
they
they
have to
should
pause
have that sorted as well.
Yeah.
But so what constitutes a false start is at the set position. Once you get the command set, any movement before the gun is considered a false start.
Oh, I thought it was when you started like the forward bounce.
Right.
Move.
So any movement,
Oh, okay.
it you can do a little twitch.
Okay.
Yes, that is considered a false start because at the set position you have to hold that set position until the gun goes. So if you do this, if you do a little, that is considered a false start. Yes. So we'll watch carefully here. First section, they're off. Good start. Okay, great start here. Let's see. Henningham, Pearson, Maynard, Wharton, Selman, and Bino Simpson and that's Bino Simpson in lane 8. Yes.
And then lane 3.
Okay, that's 4.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, parents.
That's okay. 14.13 the flash time.
14.13.
Yes. So that's Trinaya Bino Simpson of Roland Edwards.
14.9.
Lovely. Okay, here's the replay. You can watch them good. Now, the young lady in lane 8, away from the action, kept her head straight, remained focused, and we have a 14.94 for a second. And that's Royalty Maynard of People's Cathedral.
I must say, these girls have good form, and the boys as well.
Yes. And you can tell the athletes who probably train and who belong to a track club, you see a little difference in their form, in their technique, how focused they are. Our second section here, Sky Drayton of St. Giles. She's in 2. In 4 is Shakiba Boyce of St. Lucie. In 5, Soraya Douglas McLean of Christchurch Girls. In lane 6, Alila Downs of St. Stephen's. They're off and running. 7 is Kaimisha Roach of St. Ambrose. Nazaria Watson of Roland Edwards. Looking good here is Soraya Douglas McLean of the Sandals. Oh my, look at that. Huh? Easy winner there.
Is it lane 2 or lane 6?
I wasn't even looking at them. I was just looking at this fantastic run here.
Excellent.
Yes.
12.3.
12:37 the time. Rounded to 12:39 for our winner. Downs of St. Stephen's finish in second, 14:03. Yes, that was a really impressive run from Douglas McLean. She beat the field pretty impressive. A comprehensive win.
It was a good distance apart.
Yes. So that is clearly the fastest time of these two sections, 12:39 by Soraya Douglas McLean of the Sandals Christchurch Girls Green Machines.
Soraya will soon be there with the 12:02.
Oh yes, getting close to that 12:06. Our final section now, Kamaya Seeley of People's Cathedral in 1, Zarina Brathwaite of St. Stephen's in 2, in 3, Acadia Hackett of St. Giles, 4, Alexa Beckles of Ignatius Bayer, in 5, Ainika Phillips of St. Matthews, in lane 6, Ramira Lawrence of St. Ambrose, lane 7, Kazaria Lashley of Christchurch Girls, and in lane 8, Nyla Sargent of St. Christopher Primary. So these girls will have to go faster than 12:39 if they want to win overall.
Nice.
They're off and running, looking good, pretty even so far. In lane number 6, that's Lawrence of St. Ambrose. Lawrence is running away with this one. And Lawrence crosses the line in first. Second will go to Lashley of Christchurch Girls.
13.
What time did you get for that one?
13.14 for Lawrence.
Okay.
And Lashley is 13.87.
Lovely. You're doing very well.
I try my
You see,
best.
your eyes are getting accustomed, and that's the thing. The more you do this, you will get accustomed to it. So great performance. And third went to lane 8, Nyla Sargent, 14.15 seconds. So those 3 sections are done and dusted. Tell the folks who are the overall winner. Go
Wow.
ahead.
The
There's your
over-
homework.
Hi, folks. The overall winner with 12.39 would be Soraya Douglas McLean yes,
From
from
Christchurch Girls.
Christchurch Girls.
Good. So that's the next thing you will have to get familiar with all of these abbreviations, etc. How many points does she get for her team?
She got 10 points.
So not only does 10 points go to her team, but 10 points will go to her as well, because at the end of the day, we have different divisions.
Yes, you do.
And once you get the most points in your division, you will win a division, what we call division champions.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so you will have a nice little trophy to take home with you.
I like that.
Yes, and then if you have the most points overall, you know what that is called? Come on.
Winning?
No, well, of course it's winning. But good. So you end up, I think it's Latin. Victor and Victrix Ludor. I know you know it.
Yes, yes.
Yes, good. Man, I tell you, when I'm done with you, you will be here. Yeah, you'll be here helping me next year.
That is the aim.
Okay, so we're back at the high jump. We have a young lady here, 5613. So look here, 5613. Who is the competitor?
5613. Her name is Kai Jones.
Representing?
St. Christopher.
Oh, lovely. You're doing fantastic. Good.
Thank you.
All right. I believe the bar is still at 1.10 meters. Okay, it's gone up to 1.15.
Okay.
And we have 6 competitors remaining. Good. So that tells me that this is a very keen competition. And as I say to you, 3 attempts at each height, we're going to be here for a bit. Because if we have 6 girls going, we are at 115. The record is 1.34. Yeah. And we will look at the techniques now to see. So let's look carefully at this jump. All right, so that's a cross between different techniques, really.
But
she got over.
She was
Yes. Now, if you look at her approach, now she approached the bar almost straight on. Really, the approach for the high jump is a curve, but we're going to get back to that as we do our final section. Yes. So this is your last set of races.
Yes,
Under 9
please.
boys, they're off and running here. First section for the under 9 boys.
Nice.
Looking good. This guy is well ahead of the
Yes,
field.
he is.
Good.
Lane 5,
So that's Kai
lane
McCollin.
7.
So Kai McCollin of Roland Edwards will finish in first.
12.7. And Stout is 13.7.
Okay. Stout finish in second. He's from St. Stephen's.
That's right.
Good. Here we go with the replay.
This replay is rather nice.
Yes.
I love when the children put their all into the...
Of course. And they have to in these cases, because remember, these are time finals, so they have to run fast if they want to get a good time. So coming up next is Kerry Wilkinson of St. Christopher. He's in lane 2. In 3, Jaden Carmichael of St. Giles. In lane 4, Aidan Griffith of St. Luke's Academy. In 5, King Hunt Eiffel of People's Cathedral. In lane 6, Kyrie Babb of St. Stephen's. In 7, Byron Wright of St. Ambrose. And Lamar Husbands of Roland Edwards in lane 8. Here we go. These guys are looking good. Kyrie Babb of St. Stephen's running away. And he's challenged by Lamar Husbands of Roland Edwards. It's Husbands and Babb. Who will get there first? Who do you call?
I cannot.
Well,
both of them ran so well. And
I will give
like
it
they
to
passed.
Husbands in lane 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 12.81 the flash time. Yeah. 12.81. Let's watch the replay. So now you can really pay some attention to the finish line. Rounded to 12.84. Look good. Look as they cross. Remember what I told you.
Lane 6.
Lane You
Eight?
call it's 8. Yes, 8 is the one on the
Closest to me.
yes, closest to you. 12:84 the time.
Is the torso and not the...
Correct.
Okay, right.
Yes. 12:93, second place to Kyrie Babb of St. Stephen's.
They were
So,
really close at 12:84 and 12:93.
oh yes.
Yeah.
Our final section coming up for the under 9 boys. After this, that will be a good exit point for you, because then we're going to move from one event into the next, which will be the 400s. I will give you the chance to read out some points in a minute. Final section coming up, under 9 boys. They're chasing 12.84, the fastest time so far. Lane 3, there's Josiah Pompey Justin of St. Christopher, being challenged though by Ajani Foster of St. Giles there in lane number 7. Yes,
Number 7.
I think he napped him at the
Yes.
line. What do you say?
I agree.
Yes, 13.22 the time for Foster.
And then Burke, Pompey Jones.
Okay, 13.31 for Pompey Justin. 13.31. So that will bring us to the end. Here's the replay there. I think if Josiah Pompey Justin would have kept his head straight and stay focused, that you will lose some momentum by looking across. So, but these youngsters, that's what they do. So that is done. The under 9 boys 80-meter dash. Fastest time recorded was a 12:84. Lamar Husbands of Roland Edwards. Then we had a 12:7. Sorry, actually the first section, Kai McCollin of Roland Edwards, he had a 12.7. Then we had 12:84. So Roland Edwards will pick up double points there. That's 18 points. We'll go to. So he was first. He was second. So that's a 1-2 for Roland Edwards.
Nice.
Yes. So with that done and dusted, our high jump continues. 56-20. The action keeps going. So that's Donick Lewis of St. Christopher. Just cleared the bar. Remember, the bar is at 1.15 meters. Yes, we got to keep track. So you'll see how it is from my end.
It is true. It's very, very in-depth. I'm
Yes.
really glad that they have someone like you that's able to multitask to this degree. This
So,
is a lot.
And you know, we all have to appreciate what each other does. I appreciate what you do as a marketing executive, because you have to make sure that your brands get out there, that
Are well represented, that's
yes, you have to represent your brand, and you have to make sure that things are sold, the products are sold. Yes.
And you have to make sure that the parents who are not able to make it today is make sure that their child, they are aware what their child want, how they want, what position
What they're
came
doing.
in. Yes.
I remember not only the parents, but people all over are watching this.
Hi, everybody.
They're watching from all over. We had people from Germany who were locked in. There are
Nice.
people in Canada, in the US, all over watching this event. So that is a style of jumping. I didn't get into the styles with you.
It is true.
That's called the scissors, where one foot goes over, then the next, and you actually land almost upright. But she fell, which is okay, because once you start falling, then you realize it's time for you to change the style of jumping. Okay.
So what style is that when you actually step over the bar?
Right,
and
the
land on
scissors.
No, not
You
not,
mean-
not
you mean
fall,
where you
step
land on
over.
your-
You're upright. You're stepping over the bar.
Right, that style is called the scissors, which she started to do. Right, when you land on your back now, that is called the Fosbury flop. Yes, so there are different styles of jumping. Yes. So this young lady here, bib number 5426, is Ariana Lovell Pierre of St. Giles. Okay. Now, she's being hurried because there's a time limit as well, in which you, once your name is called, I could see the nervousness on her. Yeah. High jump is one of these technical events.
So there's a time limit on it, you said?
Yes. Once your name is called, you have a particular time in which to start your run up and get the jump completed. If you don't do it, then it is classed as a foul.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes, there's a time limit also in the jumps and the throws. Now, in the big competitions or the regional or international competitions, there's actually a time clock there. So you will see the clock, and once your name is called, they start the clock, and you have that time in which to get.
Interesting.
So you have something to read out. What
Yes,
are we
I
reading
do.
out here?
We are reading out the team rankings through event 505.
Good. So for the folks listening, that means absolutely nothing to them.
That is true.
Nothing to them. But what they want to know is what are the current point standings.
Right.
Yes.
So, in first place right
So
now.
good. So another thing, remember we are learning here. Good. So we start from the bottom. That's okay. That's okay. Hey.
Okay. We're
Right.
starting from the bottom.
And you have to tell them if it's girls or boys that we are
Correct.
doing.
I'm ready.
Good.
So, starting with the female team scores from the bottom. In 7th place is St. Giles Primary School with 3 points. 6th place is St. Luke's Academy with 4 points. 5th place is Roland Edwards Primary School with 6 points. Is that a tie?
Yes. There you go.
Right, there's 2 fours here. So along with Roland Edwards Primary, there's also St. Ambrose Primary, both of them with 6 points. Third place, People's Cathedral Primary with 9 points. Second place is St. Stephen's Primary School with 19 points. And in first place is Christ Church Girls School with 31 points.
Good.
Very exciting stuff.
Good. So we'll make it known that those points are probably just from the 600 meters,
600
the
meters.
50 meter dash, and the 80 meters.
Yes.
Only the 80s. Okay.
6, 8,
Oh,
and 50
okay.
meter dashes.
Good. So remember the boys do the 800 meters.
Yes, they did.
Okay. So those points were generated from the 600 meters for the girls and the 50 meter dash for the under 7 girls.
Interesting.
That's where
Yeah, see
those
little
points
ones.
came. Yes, that's
Right.
where those points came from. For the boys, it will be the 800 meters and the 50 meter dash for under 7 boys.
Nice.
Good.
Okay,
So-
parents, the male team scores now. With 9th place is Ignatius Bayer Primary with 1 point. 8th place is St. Ambrose Primary with 3 points. In 7th place is St. Luke's Academy with 4 points. 6th place is People's Cathedral Primary with 5 points. 5th place is St. Luke's Primary with 6 points. 4th place is St. Giles Primary with 9 points. 3rd place is Roland Edwards Primary with 10 points. 2nd place is St. Christopher's Primary with 17 points. And in 1st place is St. Stephen's Primary School with 23 points. This is very exciting, Michael.
There we go. Good. And we will also note I'm a lazy trail leg. So in high jump, you have a lead leg and a trail leg. Okay?
That's the one that knocks down the bar.
Well, not necessarily. None of them are to knock down the bar. But in this case, her trail leg is the one that knocked down the bar. So the trail leg comes after. So let's watch what this young lady. So you see how quickly she snapped her second leg?
Yeah.
That is what is required with your trail leg. The trail leg must snap if you are doing this style of jumping,
But
especially.
her first leg, what that one
was
called?
good. That's the lead leg. So the lead leg is the one that gets over the bar first. Okay, so let's watch this young lady here and you will analyze the jump. What happened there?
Her trail leg knocked over, her trail knee knocked
Exactly,
over.
because it did not even get high enough.
it did not.
Exactly.
And that is the scissors.
Yes. So she was attempting the scissor style. So we have 5613. This is Kai Jones of St. Christopher. By the way, I was told that the bar is now at 1.20 meters.
Oh, it has
so you see it
risen,
is
yes.
going up in increments of 5 centimeters. When we last spoke, it was at 1.15 and we had 6 competitors.
Yes, we did.
So now we are at 120. I'll find out how many we have remaining. And if we look back at the points, remember Christchurch girls are the defending girls champions,
Right
and
now,
they're
yes.
holding on to that lead. St. Christopher,
Boys, yes.
okay, good. St. Christopher Primary, they're the defending champions in the boys, but right now they are some points behind. St. Stephen's Primary, they are
Leading.
yes, and they were third last year, so they probably are looking to. And if we look at St. Stephen's girls, they are
Second.
just what, how many points away?
About
12 points.
10, 11 points. give or
Yeah,
take.
so again, they will probably be looking to do the double here. We'll see how things will. It's still early
Exciting stuff,
days.
yeah.
Yes. So let's watch the young lady from St. Giles. A little tentative here. That is Janica King. Janica King of St. Giles, attempting 1.20 meters. So let's see how she will do here. Oh, did you see you see what he said
Her
about the
trail
trail leg?
Yes.
Good. Now her lead leg was perfect.
Yes, it came right
Perfect.
up,
Yes.
right
So
over.
the same thing has to apply. So when you're teaching this jump, you want the athletes to get that. You see how her trail leg came up, but she had knocked the bar down. But that is exactly what you want. You want both the lead and the trail to be quick, especially when you're doing the scissors. But you get to a point where, as the bar gets higher, you cannot do scissors much longer. You have to resort to the next style of jumping, which is
Where you land on your back.
yes, that is the Fosbury flop.
flop.
Okay, right. And with the flop, your approach is also going to be slightly different than in the case of the scissors. Yes, you have learned quite a lot about track and field
appreciate
here,
it
huh?
very much, Michael. I feel like a professional.
Oh.
I feel like I can tell anybody anything about sports.
You're gonna go back to work now and show off on
Yes,
the
I am.
ladies.
Yes,
huh?
I am. Thank you for this opportunity very much.
When you watch this tomorrow, I know you're gonna be in at work telling them, man, this is this, that is that. Huh?
Right. We're all going to be around one computer. No work today. We're watching sports, and I'm going to be the commentator.
Okay, that's
That
a good.
was- yeah, that was
now you
nice.
see that. Now again, even as her coach, I will speak to her about
the
her.
corners.
Yes, she's really close to that side. All she needs to do is to drift her run up to.
The
In
middle,
this
the
case,
center,
yes,
yeah.
where her approach is more at the center, and she will be good. And it's good that she can scissors that
high,
120. Yes,
Kind of high off the bed.
it is.
But thank
So,
you once again, Michael. As
yes,
I said,
yes.
I had a great time with you. I had a great time with the whole team.
Good. So she's over the bar. However, you saw how her body started to lean.
Yes, I did.
Good. That means it tells me as a coach that she is ready for the flop.
The
Yes, yes. It was a pleasure, Mrs. Ingrid Sobers Marshall, brand manager, imported brands, Wabisco. She had a wonderful time. It was
Yes,
great
I
speaking
did.
to
Thank
you.
you.
Please make sure that Mr. Neil Gill and myself get our share of our Wabisco products.
Yes, you
I
will.
love Eclipse. I'm tired with the tea times, man. Whatever other products we can sample, we
Yes,
welcome
please.
them.
I will make sure they come directly to you, hand in hand.
We have on the 9 boys long jump record.
Nice.
The old mark was 3.34. Now we have a new mark of 3.37, and that was set by Jamani Barker Bradshaw of St. Matthew's Primary. So a new record. We always love to see records go.
That's right.
Yes.
Congratulations to
So-
Jamani Barker Bradshaw.
Yes, St. Matthew's doing well. So feel free anytime during the day. You're going to be with us all day.
Yes, I am.
At any point in time you want to come back and talk about your products, your services, just come and get some more enlightenment about track and field.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you.
feel free.
Okay. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank you as well. Yes, so the action continues here. The knapsack. This is Chef Foods knapsack 2026 400 meters. Neil Gill, you are back right on time for the 400 meters under 13 girls.
Yes, thank you. And I know you had a wonderful time there
Oh,
with Ingrid.
yes.
Yes, I was there listening, and you had a wonderful time. So we move on to the 400 meters. It's for the under 13 girls in lane 2 from St. Stephen's Primary. That is Shaquasha Riviera. In lane 3, representing Roland Edwards, Tyra Carter. Lane 4 from People's Cathedral, Gabrielle Reed. In lane 5, representing St. Matthews, Anelia Bailey. In lane 6, from Christchurch Girls, we saw her a little earlier, Dominique Thompson. And out in lane 7, representing St. Lucie Primary, Maya Bend. These are the first of 3-time finals, as they're chasing a time of 104.20, set in 2011, then by Rosette Hoyt of Sharon Primary. They're on the starters' orders here now. And they're just told to stand, just to make sure that everyone is settled, and they're going down again. And away they go. This is a good start, but there we saw the young lady Tyra Carter of Roland Edwards. She was a little hesitant there. I think she was not sure whether she should have gone on, but out in lane 6, Dominique Thompson of Christchurch Girls. She has taken control of the race as she goes down the back stretch. Coming through on the inside from Roland Edwards, Tyra Carter. She's also running well from St. Stephen's Primary, Shaquasha Riviera. With just about 200 meters to go, and it's Dominique Thompson of Christchurch Girls. She's in command, as the others are trying to get back to her. Remember, they're chasing a zone record of 104.20, and Dominique Thompson speeds off the bend. She's all large and in charge, and will take this one quite easily in the end. Dominique Thompson, let's take a look at the time. She just has about 20 more meters to go. Dominique Thompson reports home. She wins it now. 1:10.46 looks like the flash time. It's a good time there. Dominique Thompson, second from Roland Edwards. Carter, and coming through in lane 4, Gabrielle Reed of People's Cathedral. That was a pretty decent time, 1:10.46. That's the flash time. As we can see, everyone just finishing up. Here we see the replay, and there we saw Carter there of Roland Edwards, Tyra Carter. She missed the start, but there's Dominique Thompson. She was in front from the get-go. Even though her laces are flying, she still was quite comfortable in the end to record this, the first of the 3-time finals. Second here coming through was Tyra Carter, and in third position, Gabrielle Reed of People's Cathedral. Now moving forward, wait for the second of these 3-time finals. They're not yet on the line, but we still have the high jump in progress. Very keenly contested high jump at the moment. Christchurch Girls have they have 2 athletes still in there. Also from St. Giles Primary. Michael, you're back and in time to see these young ladies. Young lady Dominique Thompson, a very good run there earlier. She did that in 1:10.46. So that's the time that they're chasing so far.
Oh, yes, and look at the record holder.
That's the Rosette Hoyt. I still remember.
Rosette Hoyt went on to represent, I think she was at Springer Memorial, and then she did sixth form at Combamere. She's actually, I think she's just about ready to complete her degree. She had a track scholarship as well. So, these are some of the names that tell us that there has been some great development as far as this event is concerned, where we can actually identify persons who have left here, who have gone on to some great things.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we're preparing for the second of these three-time finals, as we can look in the background, the foreground. And we can see the high jump is still going on. Here's the second of these three-time finals in lane 2, representing Ignatius Bayer, Kiara Harewood. In lane 3, from People's Cathedral, Angelica Gittins. Lane 4, Christiana Rock. She comes back here representing St. Stephen's. We saw her earlier in the 600 meters. Zarina Green, also from Christchurch Girls. She's also returning. And Lachey Grace of St. Christopher Primary, she's in lane 6. And in lane 7, representing St. Giles Primary, Delicia Abraham. And I know Delicia, yes. We want to see how she's going to run here. I'm sure her parents are jumping in the stands or where they are. I know them quite well. And they're off and running for a good clean start. This is Harewood, Gittins, Rock, Green, Grace, and Abraham as they clear the first 100 meters. And coming through on the inside, Christiana Rock of St. Stephen's Primary. As I said, we saw her a little earlier in the 600 meters.
Yes.
And she's going really hard down the back stretch. She has Abraham from St. Giles in her sights.
She was actually second overall in the 600 meters.
Yes, and you know, she went out really hard in the 6. She's gone out pretty hard here in the 400 as well. And you know, in the 6 she didn't have enough to hold
finish
off. And here she's still out on the lead as young Zarina Green of Christchurch Girls runs into second. Yes, she's also in there as they come off the bend. And look there, we see Lachey Grace of St. Christopher Primary. Rock strides begin to shorten, but she's trying her best to get home. She should get home from here. 20 meters to go. And it is Christiana Rock getting home. Yes, she does. Green in second. And coming through in lane 3 from People's Cathedral, Angelica Gittins.
1:13.04, the winning time for Rock. Green 1:15.09. I strongly believe that, you know, girls athletes who do that 600, 400, that 800, 400 combination, it tells on them. That 400 meters is tough.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We see the replay here.
Is really tough. Gittins of People's Cathedral was third, 1:16.78. A far cry from that 1:10, which is required as the overall top time.
Yes, set by Dominique Thompson of Christchurch Girls.
Yeah. So,
yes, and they're on the line now for the third and final installment here. In lane 2, representing Ignatius Bayer, and is Kiana Chandler. In lane 3, from Roland Edwards Primary, Chelsea Garns. Lane 4, we see from St. Matthew's Primary, Tawana Dowridge Gill. Lane 5, from St. Christopher Primary, Courtney Holder Price. In lane 6, representing St. Lucie Primary, Macaulay Eamon Worrell. And out in lane 7 is Paulina Roberts Wright of St. Giles Primary. We call it Macaulay Eamon Worrell from St. Lucie Primary. Yes, on the starters' orders. That's the stand. The high jump is still going. Do you have the height there? I think it was 115.
it was at 120.
Was 120? Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll see if it has moved from 120. Young lady from St. Giles there, Janica King, preparing for her jump.
120 is a good height. Right?
Oh, yes.
And they are off and running there for the third and final installment of the 400 meters for the under 13 girls. And from Roland Edwards, Chelsea Garnes. She is pouring her way to make up the stagger on young Paulina Roberts Wright of St. Giles Primary. She's made up quite a bit of ground, so it is Chelsea Garnes of Roland Edwards. She is on top. She's leaving the others in her wake. On the outside, it's Roberts Wright of St. Giles Primary. But it is Chelsea Garnes. She just has about 110 meters to go. Chelsea Garnes. She's going to bring them to the top of the lane now. Running into second from St. Matthews. That's Tawana Dowridge Gill. She's trying her best to claw her way back into the race. Also from Ignatius by Kiana Chandler. But I think Chelsea Garnes should do just enough to get home. She will win it. Chelsea Garnes wins it. Very tight here coming up for second place. Second place goes to Kiana Chandler. And third goes to young Tawana Dowridge Gill of St. Matthews. And we have in the time
1:18.30, the time for Garnes from Roland Edwards. Chandler 1:24.09. Some slow times. And, you know, I could pretty much tell you that they were going to be a little slow. The finishes from all three sections were not what we would want.
Yes.
They have to finish a lot faster.
Yes, but Thompson from Christchurch Girls, she was just throughout the race. She held her form right through. Even though fatigue began to set in, she held her form and she was able to run that time of 1:10.46.
Yes.
So we say that is another set of points.
Definitely, that will be the overall best performance for sure.
For Dominic Thompson.
Yep. So that is some more points going to the green machines.
Yes, the Sandals.
Yes, Sandals green. Sandals Christchurch Girls green machines. Yes, definitely. So is the turn of the boys now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, they're done and dusted. Yes, the boys are already on the track and ready to go. Our first section here, Donico Harding of Ignatius Bayer in 3, Micah Cumberbatch, People's Cathedral in 4, in 5, Joshua Bourne of St. Christopher, in lane 6, Jerome Maskell of St. Matthews. Only 4 going in this one. They're chasing the record, 59.18 seconds set in 2020 by Ethan Hart.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. You remember that
Ethan.
Fantastic run.
Yes. It's in George Lyons.
Yes.
Yes.
So, good start here. Hardin, Cumberbatch, Bourne, Maskell going after 59.18. I would love to see these youngsters dip under 60 seconds.
60 seconds. Remember last year when you were doing
Oh, yes.
when we wanted to see them and
he gave it.
He gave it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Jelani Phillips.
Yes. That's
1, 2, 4.
Yes, that was from Wilkie Cumberbatch.
Correct.
Yes, correct.
He's now at St. Michael's. The St. Michael's
School. Yes.
Yeah, so he'll be running in the under 15 category for them. He went straight into under 15.
Yes.
In the meantime, I see the lad from St. Christopher Primary, Joshua Bourne. He's doing all the running here. Joshua Bourne all by himself. Oh, he has demolished the field. Demolished the field. Joshua Bourne out St. Christopher. No one near.
By a country mile, we would say.
Oh my.
Yes, he's tired, but he's going to get home. Yes, he should when he wins it now.
You'll see the time.
Coming up.
Yes.
109.90. That's Bourne.
That's a whole 10 seconds off the record.
Yeah, yes. But Hart was
exceptional.
Really exceptional.
Yeah, oh yes.
Yes. And unfortunately, yes, Maskell won 22.33. Yeah, and unfortunately, Hart has been plagued with injuries.
Oh yes, since he left school.
Yes.
Primary school.
Primary school. Yes. But he's coming back, and I think he's now at Harrison College.
Yes.
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
Wow.
and he's now trying to get himself sorted again. As
This
we
is
look at the
just-
replay here, as we can see, young man winning this one. This is Joshua Bourne of St. Christopher Primary. He looked really comfortable for the first 200 meters or so, Michael. But then,
Oh, yes. It was just a case of hold the form and get home. Yes.
and for the viewers who don't really understand, sometimes these young people, these students, majority of the fields have their 200-meter tracks. As we take a look here now for the final, there's a second section.
Yes. Delroy Richards of Roland Edwards in 2. In 3, Hakeem Price of People's Cathedral. In 4, Josiah Brown of St. Stephen's. We saw Josiah earlier in the 800. Arico Clinton of St. Giles is in 5. And Daniel Ford of St. Ambrose out in 7.
Yes.
Okay, they're off. Of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on young Brown of
again.
St. Stephen's.
Yes.
Getting out quickly, though, is Daniel Ford of St. Ambrose. Out there, Brown has made up the stagger on the runner to his right. Clinton of St. Giles heading down the backstretch looking good.
And we also, didn't we see this young man before?
Yes, Delroy Richards.
Yes.
Richards of Roland Edwards. Yes.
So this should be quite good. He has made up the stagger on the others on his outside as well.
Yes, this is setting up to be a really good finish here. We're seeing Richards of Roland Edwards, also Clinton of St. Giles back into the picture as they pass the water jump. 150 meters remaining. Brown has not given up. And on his inside, Richards of Roland Edwards, that's where the race is going to be. Here comes Brown now.
And here, young man Clinton from St. Giles.
So Clinton and Brown. Brown is not giving up. Brown and Clinton. Brown using his arms well. Clinton is fighting him tooth and nail. Clinton gets home ahead of Brown. Close race.
Yes.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's how you
Yes.
need to finish.
108.66, Michael. This is a lot faster than the other one. Second was Brown in 108.79 seconds. Yes.
Okay, so those two, still a way off from that 59 seconds.
Yes.
But
I was making the point, Michael, that a lot of these young the athletes are accustomed to the 200-meter track, so they would just know, okay, go around once and then try to take the time for the first 100 and the first 200, and try to sprint the other lap. Here now, when they're exposed to the one lap, it's a lot more. It kind of opens their eyes to what a 400-meter track is really like.
And that's why it's important for these athletes. This is just a replay that we're seeing here of this event. It's important that every opportunity possible for these athletes to get to the actual competition facility,
Yes.
and get accustomed to what it is like,
Yes,
the
but
track, etc.
Yes, this is really good run there by young Clinton.
Yes.
Arico Clinton of the COB St. Giles Conquerors.
So final section here. Javario Payne of St. Giles on the inside. Rossano Denny Brathwaite of St. Christopher in 3. In 4, Andre Yearwood of St. Lucy. Kamari Robinson of Roland Edwards in 5. In 6, Camarco Carter of St. Matthews. And in 7, Damir Antoine Cummins of St. Stephen's. We saw him early as well. He was the winner, actually, of the 800. Let's see how he will fare.
And we also saw Rossano Denny Brathwaite of St. Christopher.
Robinson of Roland Edwards. He's in charge of this one right now. Kamari Robinson. Let's see how things will turn out after the first 250. He's still holding on to the lead. Past the water jump, still in the lead here. Kamari Robinson of Roland Edwards. Coming around that final turn. Robinson on the inside, trying to do some damage, is Denny Brathwaite of St. Christopher. See, they've all slowed down.
Yes.
Everyone slowed a bit.
Yes.
It's just about trying to get to that finish line.
Definitely. And I think he should get home here.
He will. Robinson of Roland Edwards finishing up in first.
Second from Christopher. And there's 1:13:88,
Slow time.
1:14:65 for Danny Brathwaite, second, and 1:14:76 for Payne, Jovario Payne of St. Giles. So we have a clear winner there from the St. Christopher Primary.
So St. Giles actually the winner, 108.
108.66. Yes, 108.6. That's Arico Clinton. He ran the fastest time, 108.66. Second was the young man there from St. Stephen's Primary, Josiah Brown. Yes, 108.79. And third, Joshua Bourne of St. Christopher Primary in 109.90 seconds.
So here's that replay of that third section. So the points are going to be shared.
Shared, yes.
In this one, no school actually getting double points here. Yes. So those are.
But they were
our
way
under 13
off. They're
boys.
way off of that record time there.
Well, yes.
Oh,
Some
59,
slow.
18.
You will find in some, we've seen in some zones, some races in a series are faster than others.
Yes,
I think
yes,
in this case here, these 400s generally were not as, what we would expect from under 13
Under
boys.
13 boys, yeah.
These under 13 boys should be looking to run somewhere in the region of 64 seconds
Yes,
or
yeah,
thereabouts.
yeah.
Yes.
We move on now to the 300s, and these are the under 11s, the girls. They'll be first up, and this will be the first of 3-time finals, and they're chasing a time of 47.09 seconds, set in 2018 by Tania Applewhite. Yeah, remember her from
Of course.
St. Giles.
Yes, remember that.
The Twin Towers. Yes, Tania and Tia Applewhite. They both went on to Commonwealth. I think they're both in their final year now at Commonwealth. I think they are.
Yeah.
I think so. And we have athletes just being sent back to the mark. And we have representing, I think they want to sort them out, representing Christchurch Girls, Jaquela Archer in lane 2. Lane 3, we should see from St. Giles Primary, Giovanna Payne. As we take a look here at the high jump.
Well, I was just told the girls' high jump bar, and you were right on cue. It's at 1.35 meters.
Yeah, I think this is pretty close to the
Yes,
record.
actually, the record is 134. So if we get a clearance here, we will have a record. Let's see who this competitor is. This is Haley Bourne-Skeet of Christchurch Girls. Haley Bourne-Skeet. If she clears, we'll have a new record. Here she goes.
Wow, fantastic.
Wow.
Whoa.
And she does it. What a wonderful performance here, being congratulated by all the officials. That is wonderful.
Fantastic jump
the
there.
officials are rather excited. Everyone is excited.
Yes.
135, a new record. Wow. The
That-
green machine.
That is
Wow.
excellent.
Yes, yes.
She rubbed the
Wow.
bar. Even though she rubbed it, she was still
Well, she
good,
was over.
good enough.
So Haley Bourne-Skeet
Yes.
of the Sandals Christchurch Girls Green Machines, a new mark. See Abu Warrell out there,
Yes.
excited as though it is his athlete.
And that is good.
Wow.
Aye,
But,
yes.
Neil, she's ready for the scissor.
Yes, the
for
flop.
the flop.
She's definitely ready for the flop.
Yes.
Yes.
She's ready.
Yes.
We'll see what will happen there. But that is a new mark, 1.35, a new record. Could you girls tell me what the the overall record is, the knapsack record.
knapsack record.
It would be interesting to see what the knapsack record is.
Yes.
1.34 being the zone record. Now, I'll tell you, Samaya Dell set that mark in 2017.
And I remember somebody that she was flying over the bar.
Yes, she was one of those speed jumpers.
Yes,
And Samaya Dell went on, as you know, to do very well in multi-events. She was a great multi-eventer, like her
Very
mother.
good. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we will expect some good things from this young lady once she continues. Haley Bourne-Skeet of Christchurch Girls.
If I can remember, I think last year the Christchurch girls were very good at high jump as well. So it is then we can say that it's something being passed on or passed down from the previous years. The Christchurch girls are being recognized as high jumpers. I want to see also the girls from Good Shepherd. They were very good.
Oh,
Naya
yes,
Gooden
we had-
and those.
yes.
Naya Gooden and
Yes.
yeah, they were pretty good at the high jump as well. So it's going to see. It's good, interesting to see what it's going to be like. What was the mark? The NAPSACbb
We are
record?
waiting that
Yes,
record. Yes.
But 135, a
Yeah,
new
that's fantastic.
zone record.
Yes, fantastic performance.
Yes,
Yes.
we can see the young ladies now. They're on the track for the
This is the first section?
first section, and they're now on the starters' orders for the 300 meters. Remember, the under 11s they do 300 meters, while the under 13s they do the 400. As they're off and running, there's a good clean start. Out on the outside from the team from St. Stephen's. That is
Mishka Map.
Mishka Map.
Look
St.
out.
Stevens are coming through on the inside from the team from Christchurch Girls. Running very strong here. It is Jakayla Archer.
Yeah, she's looking rather impressive. Good running form there from Jakayla Archer. Arms working.
Yes.
Those arms have not stopped working as yet.
But we can see that's Anita Holder of St. Matthews is trying. But she wouldn't get there. It looks like Jakayla Archer of Christchurch Girls. She should win this one comfortably. She will do so. She wins it now. That's a good. She looks like 53.
53.70, the flash time for Archer. Christchurch Girls.
53.70. And then we can see what other times coming through. Yeah. Archer from Christchurch Girls. Holder from St. Matthews was second.
We're just waiting the confirmation of the times. And we see that winning time for sure, 53.70.
Right. And then we move on to the second of these time finals. And
I think that was
this
just
is a
our replay.
Yes, it is.
Watching how nicely she maneuvered that first 100 meters, made up the stagger on the two athletes to her right, and it was just about maintaining and holding on to the finish. A 53.70 performance from Jakayla Archer of the Sandals Christchurch Girls Green Machine.
Yeah, so we're moving on now to the second of these, and I think they're already off and running. Shaylee Clark, Naya Daniel, Daisha Skeet, Rakea Husbands, Nyasha Hines, and Amaria Sandiford Fenty. They're the competitors here in the second of these three-time finals. And coming through from Roland Edwards, Naya Daniel. She's running. Look at that form. I guess she is really carrying a good form here.
Yes, looking rather impressive.
Very impressive at the moment. On her outside from Ignatius Bayer is Nyasha Hines. But here's, Naya Daniel.
Yes, I don't think
they're not going to get back
at
to
all.
her. No, it's going to be interesting. It's
Still going.
Should be a much better time there. 50.58 seconds.
Yes. You could tell that was a quicker run.
Yes. Amaria Sandiford Fenty giving up there at the end. But definitely a very good run. 50.52. That's the rounded time. 53.70 for Hines. So as we take a look at the replay, but 50.52 seconds for Naya Daniel of Roland Edwards. Here we can see a really good form, and she's going to take this form right through the wire. She wins it 50.52 seconds. So that's the time now they're going to chase to see who will be victorious here in the under 11 girls 300 meters.
And we have the high jump record. The girls, this is the NAPSACbb record, 1.48 meters, established by Talasia Balgobin of
Wow.
Charles F. Broome back in 2008. Right.
That's
That's
what,
what.
17 years?
Yeah.
This is what? This
18
is 18
years.
years? It's
Yes. An
2026.
18-year-old mark.
Yeah.
1.48 meters. So she still has a distance to go, 1.35 from 1.48.
Yes. All right, so we're now on the track for the third and final installment here. Malia Boxall of People's Cathedral goes in lane 2. Lane 3, representing Roland Edwards. Alexia Hope Samuel. Lane 4, Leah Reed from Christchurch Girls. In lane 5, from St. Matthews, that's Sankela Evans. In lane 6, Tibia Bradshaw of St. Ambrose. In lane 7, Deanna Burrows of St. Christopher Primary. And in lane 8, Ojaria Mears of St. Lucy. As you can see from Christchurch Girls, Deanna Burrows, she's powering her way down into the bend now. She's another one with a very good form. If this is correct, young Sankela Hines, she's only 8 years old.
Well, she will be 9 this year,
9 this
probably.
year.
So that's why she has to compete in under 11.
Yes, and here they come down the lane, and it is Deanna Burrows of St. Christopher Primary. She's holding on and should hold on for the victory. She's going to cross the line now. She raises her hand in acknowledgement of the crowd. 51.83 seconds is the flash time. Let's see if when they round it, if it remains or it's going to go down 51.93.
54.60 for Reed in second. And then you can do your overall analysis as those 3 sections are done.
Yes, I think you have the first one. So the winner, Naya Daniel, she picks up some more points for Roland Edwards. That time of 50.52 should propel her to the
Gold
podium.
medal. Yes, for sure.
For sure.
We were talking about athletes who went on to represent Barbados. We have quite a number. If we look through the record holders, the knapsack record holders, we go as far back as a guy called Raheem Tate Best.
Oh, yes. I can see
Yes,
that.
we have records from 2002.
Still here. As we can, this is a replay for Deanna Burrows. She ran a very good time as well, 51.93. So she should be in the shake-up as well. 51.93 was a pretty decent time.
Risha Lord from Christchurch Girls. Since the Christchurch Girls are doing so well, we can reflect on Risha Lord in the under 9 girls 80 meters. She holds the knapsack record from 2002. 11.60 seconds. Of course, Risha Lord was a household name back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yes.
They would take some running to get that thing. Wow. We're now looking at the boys in the under 11. It's going 300 meters. It's the first of 3-time finals.
And they're chasing Zachary Wall's record. He's another one
from that
who
St.
holds,
George.
a knapsack record. So he has the zone record. He also has a knapsack record. 44.88 seconds. He set that mark in 2019.
I think Zachary is already qualified,
He's qualified for the
Carifta
Games
this year.
Yes, 400
meters.
I think they have about 4 boys who have qualified
Thus
in the
far.
400 meters,
Yes,
which is really good. I think we should have a good 4x4 team for
We
sure.
should have a good team.
Yes. So in this one, we'll see Demar Blake of St. Ambrose Primary, Naimar Critchlow of Ignatius Barrier in 3, Caden Matagart of St. Matthews in 4, Savio Rock of St. Lucy in 5, John Claude Bryce of St. Giles in 6, and in 7, Taimani Mears of the People's Cathedral.
Yeah, so we saw Taggart earlier. Remember?
Yes.
We were talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
This lad from St. Giles is looking rather impressive here.
Yes, and they as they race for the first 100 meters, and out in lane 6, it is Jean-Claude Bryce of St. Giles Primary. He's up. He's on top, coming through on the inside of him. That's representing St. Lucie Primary, Savio Rock.
That long left arm reminds me of Mario Burke.
Yes.
His early days of running.
Yeah, the style
He
there.
had that long left arm going back.
But it's Jean-Claude Bryce of St. Giles Primary. We just took a look over his shoulder just to make sure that he's done enough to get home. He does so now. In second position in lane 5, Savio Rock of St. Lucie Primary. 52.40 seconds. That's the time.
Yes. Bryce. 52.40.
52.40. 52. I think they rounded sometime there.
Here's the replay of that one. A really good start from Jean-Claude Bryce. Yes, there we see that long left arm again. Straight putting himself in a good position. Just holding on to finish up in first position.
Yes, 52.40 was that time. We don't have our we don't have our clock with us at the moment. But we'll be moving on to the second of these three.
There's Jean-Claude.
See, they getting his refreshment.
Pedialyte.
Yes, and Savio Rock of St. Lucie Primary.
So our second section on the line, Daniel Beckles of People's Cathedral in 2. In 3, Aidan Yard Mosley of St. Christopher as they head down the back stretch. The first part of this 300 meters, there's a back stretch, there's a curve, and then the final stretch. Looking good though is Sir Dash of St. Stephen's.
What a name, Sir Dash.
Sir Dash.
Sir Dash.
Yes,
S-I-R-R.
and he's really dashing here. This 300 meters on the outside, Raphael Bailey of St. Matthews, Nicori Cummins of Roland Edwards trying hard to catch Dash. Dash has slowed down a bit into the straightaway now. It's still Dash of St. Stephen's holding on. The others are giving chase. Bailey of St. Matthews fighting hard, but it's all Sir Dash. Dash all the way across the line. Now, second will go to Bailey of St. Matthews. And third going to Cummins of Roland Edwards. Let's see the time, 57, it looks like, or 52.
52.33, 54.70. We don't have the, it could be 52.33.
Yes, it's looking like that.
For Dash, and what a name,
Yes.
Sir Dash. Kind of like a Usain Bolt in terms of, you know, you're looking at the names and what they're doing. And Dash was, you know, he really went out pretty hard and did well to hold on.
But he has the fastest time so far, 52.33. One more section coming.
If we can get our clock back up and running again.
Final section here for these under 11 boys. And there we see them going away.
Sir Dash.
Final section on. Gale, Hoyt, Wilson, Barker, Clark, and Johnson. Here they go. On the outside is Alex Johnson of St. Lucie Primary. Here on the inside, Gale of St. Christopher in 2, and Hoyt of St. Giles in 3. Doing the run in here right now, though, it looks like Gale of St. Christopher. Yes, there he goes. He looks impressive. Yes. Coming into the straightaway now, trying to run away from the field. Gale of St. Christopher, arms working.
Won't it be interesting to see this time? He looks like the fastest of them all.
Yes, he does. So this is Shea Gale of St. Christopher Primary. He's going to finish up now in first. And that second looks like
from St. Stephen's.
Barker will finish in second. We'll await the official result. Is that a 50 point?
It looks that way. It could be a 50 point. 50. We can get our technicians to sort us out here with our clock. But that was a pretty good run there.
Here we see the replay.
And he made up the stagger down the back stretch. And there he goes.
Immediately.
Yes.
Immediately he was gone.
I really would like to see this
I
time.
believe it's faster than 52.3.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
I think they should give him the win and 10
Should.
points for St. Christopher. And those lads are really working to maintain the championship.
Yes.
They won last year 266.5 to St. Giles, 203 to St. Stephen's, 198.
That
was
was
really
very
close.
tight. I'm sure
Yes.
Mr. Boyne and his crew at St. Christopher there jumping for joy here. As St. Lucy Superstars, that's the name. St. Lucy Superstars, it looks like.
Okay, seems like the girls' competition for the high jump is done
Yeah.
with that record-breaking
break, yeah.
performance.
That was 135.
135.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she went on beyond that.
But
it
we
was-
know for sure that she holds the
Yes,
record.
yes, in the zone.
Haley Bourne-Skeet of the Sandals Christchurch Girls Green Machines and the boys competition. We're going to get the list of names for the boys high jump as well to see if we can follow that. Now that record, the NAPSACbb record is 1.53 meters.
Wow.
And that was set by Kemar Jones, Charles F. Broom back in 2004. Of course, Kemar went on to do some great things, represented his school, Queen's College, and then he had a track scholarship as well. Yes, Kemar Jones. I think he's into physiotherapy now. Yes.
I think so, yeah.
So, you know, we can track so many
Yes,
over the
yes,
years.
Yes. Knapsack.
24 years of knapsack.
Yes.
Wow.
This is
My
Chef
goodness.
Food.
Ooh.
2026 version of the knapsack and 26. And Michael, let's take a
Sure.
quick look at the sponsors. Chef Food distributors, Bajan Pure Purified Water, Rubis Eastern Caribbean SRL, The Nation Publishing Company Limited, Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc. They're the distributors of Pedialyte and Pediasure. West India Biscuit Company, they are distributors of Holiday and Bermudas. Bryden Stokes for the Brunswick, Always Tropical Rhythms. And Massey Distribution Barbados Limited, the distributors of Milo. Then we have the General Distributors Inc., Clean Ads, O'Shea, and Mix Me Fruit Bar. Made It Against the Odds Foundation, the National Wellbeing and HIV Commission, the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Barbados Union of Teachers, the National Sports Council, Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, Roberts Manufacturing Company Limited, Trophy World, Infra Equipment Rentals